Mike. Guess what day it is? Wednesday, October 15th, 2014. Using the Ebola scare that our media has initiated, the US is eyeballing setting up further military bases in Europe, specifically Spain. Wishing to send 3,000 soldiers to Morona de la Frontera and Roda in Andalusia, this is just yet another step towards copying the actions of the Roman Empire just years before its death. A motorcycle gang from the Netherlands has been contracted to take on ISIS. Originally having been only 3 members of the Dutch gang No Surrender, their success at combating the US-funded terrorist organization has sparked their allowance to use the hooligans as a combat force. This means one of 2 things. Either motorcycle gangs are more beasts than previously thought, or ISIS is laughable. Apparently, there is too much oxygen on Mars, or at least there will be. Research has discovered that colonists on the Red Planet would die off by day 68, which is one short of a fatal sex joke. This is due to the fact that, with crops, the oxygen levels will skyrocket, and without the tech to vent only oxygen without removing nitrogen, death is a sure thing. So, until we have the ability to terraform and remotely pick and choose what gas to remove, your choice to live and inevitably die on Mars would either be suffocate or explode. BPCE, France's second largest bank, has invented yet a new way to move your money. S-Money and technology, which already allows people to send virtual currency via text message, is now undergoing usage by French people to send it via Twitter. I find it a waste of time and resources when flights have to go back to point A when something happens. I mean, I know not everywhere has the same laws, especially internationally, but if something happens on a flight, instead of backtracking, shouldn't you just fly to the next possible airport en route? I say this because 29-year-old Michael Tannoy was arrested after attempting a rape on a Japan Airlines flight, and the aircraft flew back to Hawaii. So you're telling me that someone failed at raping, so the giant phallic-shaped vehicle turned around and went the other way? Giggity. A direct connection has been found between fracking and an estimated 400 micro-earthquakes in Ohio. This connection focuses mainly on the eastern town of Canton in Harrison County, which is not too far from a small fault. Among the quakes recorded, 10 of these were between magnitude 1.7 to 2.2. Yes, compared to what I'm used to in Cali, that's nothing, but still, a direct connection has been found between fracking and quakes, which means we need to stop messing with this before something big happens.
Oh my god!
Well, it's finally officially happening. China is seeking to overthrow us. The Waldorf Astoria has been purchased by Beijing-based Anbang Insurance Group for $1.95 billion. Why is this important? Because our figurehead commander-in-chief regularly stays there. On top of this, for the past 50 years, US envoys of the UN have been there as well. A breach in international security is imminent. But hey, world leaders are all part of the same team anyway, and we the people are not. Yet another story about this whole Ebola crap. Yay! The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are currently setting up Ebola response teams, which will have the ability to reach any hospital in the US within hours. This only reminds me of these. Having operated behind the scenes, Obama ordered $1 billion worth of plastic coffins for FEMA and stored them in Georgia not too long ago. Pretty interesting, huh? According to the International Energy Agency, a price prediction in oil prices is set to hit a 5-year low. This is due to the fact of a sharp drop in global oil consumption, which has declined by about 22%, thus causing the price to drop from $87 a barrel to $84.04. I knew Alcoholics Anonymous is a cult of sorts run as an extension of Christianity. 42-year-old no-cal atheist Barry Hazel Jr. was sent to jail due to not complying with a court order to accept a higher power to assist him with his alcoholic illness. Now, I'm not a fan of suing people, but in this case, I will champion his $2 million winnings. You go, non-believer. You may not believe in God, but God sure believes in you for allowing you to win this, knowing how horrid our legal system is. And 34-year-old Rodney Williams, presumed homeless man, has been banned from every drinking establishment in the Greater London area for the next 25 years. This is due to his constant theft of intoxicating beverages. So now he is banned from every bar, club, pub, and so on in all 32 sections of the capital, a total of 35,000 licensed places. Today from the past. In 2005, China launched Shenzhou 5, its first manned space mission. In 2001, NASA's Galileo spacecraft passed within 112 miles of Jupiter's moon Io. In 1956, Fortran, the first modern computer language, was shared with the coding community for the first time. In 1932, Tata Airlines, known today as Air India, made its first flight. In 1863, during the American Civil War, H.L. Hunley, the first submarine to sink a ship, sank during a test, killing its inventor, Horace L. Hunley. In 1783, the Montgolfier brothers' tethered hot air balloon marked the first human ascent with its pilot, Pelletier de Rozier. And in 1582, Pope Gregory XIII implemented the Gregorian calendar. Due to this, in Italy, Poland, Portugal, and Spain, October 4th was followed directly by October 15th. Geek News. In Geek News today, I bring you, once again, two things. First off, the new trailer for Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth: The Chosen is now out. This video, with its amazing cinematic work and writing, brought a tear to my eye, and I highly suggest you give it a watch.
The great ships were the embodiment of each nation's ingenuity, courage, and faith. And they sent us to the stars in search of a new home. As we raced skyward, we carried aloft the hopes and dreams of those left behind.
And last but not least, it seems like Microsoft has finally pulled its head somewhat out of its rectum. Halo Spartan Strike, a sequel to Spartan Assault, has been announced. Now, to elaborate on what I said just moments ago, apparently the game will not have microtransactions. However, there is still the possibility of doing what the morons at Electronic Arts does and take the whole game and split it into a million little DLCs. But if you want to have a try at this, the game is set to be released on December 12th this year for only $6. And that is it for the show today. Links to everything I've talked about, as well as more information on those stories, are in the underbar. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection and rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh god, no! What am I doing?